All right. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Wasabi One production. I'm going to be bringing you Mercury versus Godar, two European Titans, and I'm also joined now by Scardy Bob Scardy.
Hello.
Hello. And I'm hoping you're loud enough because I don't really have anything to gauge whether or not you are. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn you up just a smidgen just to see if that helps.
All right.
All right. I've turned you up a little bit. We're hoping that does it. So these two teams are playing, and we are watching them play on the NSL version of Descent. Yes, 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 Descent. And it looks like they just started, Bob, so as soon as you get in, you'll be able to help me out. But it looks like early on here, the Godar team has made their way up through Plaza and is assaulting the main hive right now. And they're actually leaving the main hive. So I'm not 100% sure this is live or not.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Descent is the newest official map on in Natural Selection 2. It's made by the mapper's Jonah Crab, and he's tried to specifically tailor it to play very well in competitive play. So.
And, I believe that it does. There's a lot of competitive players like, wow, it's really big. And, it is a bigger map. Not by as much as people would think. But the one thing that's cool about this map is new. We love new maps. But it's also different. It really kind of plays on a multi-entrance approach to every room. And lots of different paths and different vents, and there's a lot of neat gameplay through in general on this map.
Yeah, certainly. It's actually almost a little bit reminiscent of like a larger summit. It's got the 5 tech node with 1 tech node in the middle, and there's a res node between each of the main tech nodes. So, I mean, I personally feel it just plays like a larger version of Summit to a certain degree. Although there are some big changes that kind of make gameplay very interesting.
Yeah, so this is a live game. So Godar is really bringing it already to this Mercury team. We saw Godar play in the Invitational, and they did very good. I think they
made it to semis.
They did not make it to the semis, did they?
Oh, they did?
I thought it was...
Yeah, it was...
was it Godar versus Archaea? It was, that's right.
Yeah, it was Godar versus Archaea and Sonoman versus Nexel, so... Godar did make it to the semis, the Invitational. So they're... Although I don't know, I don't know if they've played their third decider yet against Sonoman, so...
I don't believe that game has taken place, although I'm not 100% sure on that. Godar is a very strong team. Mercury is also a strong team. In the past they have really been, kind of the second seed, but there are a lot more teams out there that are working a lot better. Sonoman really surprised everybody after a somewhat ho-hum introduction in the Custom Map Cup. They really came in and played outstanding during the Invitational.
Yeah, certainly. They changed up their roster a little bit, got some new members in, and have just largely stepped up their game in general. That's not to say Mercury is a good team, so Godar's putting the pressure on them and making Mercury pay here. Just shows how good both of these teams are.
Yeah, although Godar came in really strong there at first and was taking down res towers left and right. The aliens are starting to clean up around the map. They're moving in a pack. They're working on all this res. They're in a pretty good situation at the moment, but the aliens are definitely on their back foot, from losing all that early res. But now they just got to apply the pressure to the Marines, and they're definitely doing that now, moving through the map together, putting pressure where they can. Rantology is murking with them at the moment, which is a really good thing. She had a lot of involvement with the map, and they're even going for the command station right now. Era is just putting damage on whatever he can here in Marine Start. And I think that's a good thing because it's going to pull the commander out. It's going to distract the team a little bit. They've just got to capitalize, and they've got to be able to keep their res up. And at the moment, they're losing it, and they can't afford to do that.
Yeah, certainly. The larger distances between res nodes in this map than a lot of the other major maps kind of make it a bit difficult for alien teams to keep up res unless they're keeping the Marines. A lot of pressure on the Marines, forcing them back.
Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't things for the aliens to do to help them, such as gorge tunnels or, lurk play. But again, not focusing on protecting their early res, which is, rightfully so because aggression is important for aliens. It's put them in a bad spot because they lost a lot of their own res. And the Marines probably won early engagement, which was not good for the aliens. Again, this being the first game that they're playing here on Descent, and this could even be the first real game either team has played on Descent, could be because of the fact that they're just not used to it yet. And this map does take a little while to get used to, understand the corridors, get used to the room names, so I could definitely say each game could be very unique for the next few games on this map.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, right now Mercury is having trouble getting more than one expansion RT at the moment. They lost Plaza and have rebuilt it, but there goes launch control dropped again.
The fact that phase gates...
They're having trouble, yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that phase gates aren't up for the Marines yet, that's a really good thing for these aliens. They're researching now, which is going to be a problem, but the aliens are putting pressure on all corners of the map and pulling the Marines away, which is really good. Duddy's in here working on Llama. Llama's going to get this extractor down before Duddy takes down Llama. They will just redrop, but again, that's causing them to spend money on resource towers rather than on upgrades.
Yeah, unfortunately with phase gates out, I think Mercury's going to be in trouble. One really well-placed forward phase gate. Looks like Godar is pushing towards launch control.
Boy, Wild Chicken! Wild Chicken's
Yeah.
just going to go down. That was like the worst possible place to be in right there. And, I would have thought that his team was telling him they're coming through because he would have been much better defended, especially with that 3-scope pack coming in to stay with that Harvester. They are going to lose this Harvester again. And the Marines are doing a really good job of pressuring energy control and launch. And at the same time holding 4+ extractors on their own side. So, I definitely think in the long run, this could potentially be Mercury's game. Aliens do have 40 res, and with no phase gate up over in Monorail, it could be worth placing it at Monorail since the Marines aren't spending a whole lot of time walking through there.
Yeah, certainly. I think at this point, Mercury's only chance for second hive is the ninja drop. This map is large enough that you could get that second hive, probably fairly highly built before the Marines figure it out. And there they go. They drop it in mono.
I don't think they have any other choice, but I also don't think that the Marine team necessarily is going to, go over there to look at it. It'd have to be a commander scan, and the commander's going to be focusing a lot on his players right now. I'm watching Mindas first person right now. He's got a lot of alert combat going on here. He's shotgunning. You can constantly see him reloading, pulling out his welder, supporting his team. Use of welders is very effective because it's less for the commander to have to worry about if all these players are individually, helping heal each other.
Oh, certainly.
And at the moment, no one has any idea. No, don't. Oh, and Llama makes the mistake of going after the extractor in Monorail. And I think this is going to cause a ping by the commander. And I think he's going to know that there's a... Now it's going to drag an entire Marine over there. So I think that was a mistake because now you got 2 Marines coming down into Monorail. They're going to see the hive.
Yeah, they should have just left that RT.
That was unfortunate.
In,
Big and unfortunate. All the while, these 3 Marines over here in security are doing a lot of damage. They found the hidden shell. Probably not the best place to put a shell. But they are just cleaning up left and right. And I think that this is Mercury's game to lose at the moment.
Yeah, Grissy's in mono, just putting bullets in that hive. Here comes Chicken to try to save it, but is not going to be able to do much with about, third health.
No, and he got caught pretty quick. You know, I mean, the hive has a decent amount of health against level 1 weapon and a rifle, for that matter. But he's got to win against Grissy right here, and I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, he's going to stay alive. They're getting egg locked in their main. Mendap's, Icefelt, and Bulk all sitting down there shotgunning any egg that pops up. I think it's GG for Mercury at this point.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a whole lot that they can do. They went 1-1 this morning against Nexel on Summit. Those Marine wins. I do feel like it was Nexel's own game to lose. So, you know, I mean, that's not to say that aliens are still not as powerful as the Marines in 241. I personally do feel like Skulks are a little slow, so that, you know, that could also have a lot to do with it. They don't seem to have the momentum around the map like we're used to.
Yeah, certainly. And a bigger map is just, I think, a bit harder to, maintain that momentum for the entire time you need to. Especially on a map like this, in a map like Summit or Tram that's been played so often, most competitive players have memorized, specific spots and areas of a map you wall jump off of, where you get the best speed.
I totally pulled a Bob and I left the title screen up that whole time. So I feel like an idiot. I'm sorry, everybody, that I did that.
I'm wearing off on you.
Bob is
bad influence.
Totally wearing off on me here. So we're just waiting for these teams to ready up. Again, this is the map Descent. It is the newest official map. It is a really cool map. It was in production for a very long time. It has a lot of unique art and prop assets, and it's different. I mean, it's very similar in a circular design to a lot of the maps that the competitive players like, but it also has a lot of unique areas and additional rooms that can really change up the traditional gameplay. So we're watching Game 2 between Mercury and Godar. And Bob, what do you think we're going to see in this next match?
Well, we'll see how well Mercury's Marine game goes. Godar, of course, showed himself to be, I think, the more skilled team the last map. But Marines are very powerful, but they're a lot more balanced than they have in previous patches. So I think Mercury has a chance to basically stick it to Godar if they can find the right combo of upgrades and phase gates.
So because this is an NSL map that is cross spawns every time, so they'll either end up in launch control and monorail or fabrication and drone bay. So at the moment we see a nice split here going straight for Plaza and for Gravity. The aliens pushing out aggressively 4-2, and Grissy is actually going to go Gorge in drone bay. Could we be seeing an early hive drop?
Possibly.
I think that would be too risky.
I think it's a little bit. The drone bay is a little bit easier to, I think, hold than maybe Hydra or fabrications for aliens, especially with Marines coming from launch. That choke pointy hallway makes it easier for putting, say, clogs or hydras and stopping pretty much most Marine advances.
Yeah, so to start off, though, the Marines have lost that early engagement on the southern part of the map. They are getting pressure taken to them at Gravity. We've got a Gorge working on building up defenses for Drone Bay. So it definitely looks like Drone Bay, they want to be their expansion. But again, because this map has so many unique entryways into each room, Llama is coming to pressure observation.
Yeah, he just bypassed everything, ran right through water treatment and depot, and stopped in Drone Bay.
I mean, the Marines have grabbed fabrication. They've gotten Plaza, Energy, Gravity, Launch. I mean, they're actually doing pretty good here at the moment, and they're about to put pressure on Drone Bay with Grissy the Gorge, and they've got mines out already as well.
Yeah, Godar's definitely gone for a very early defensive strategy. Make sure you lock down your second hive location, protect your RTs as much as possible. They do have a Doodle?
Duddy.
Duty?
Duddy.
Sorry if I mispronounced your name. They have Duddy going around res biting, but for the most part, the rest of the skulks and the gorges are just sitting around defending.
Yeah, and Grissy's going to go down here at Drone Bay. Mindas is going to come out trying to get some kills. Does not seem to do that. These 3 Hydras are well placed to a point, but with the help of a commander, you can assault all 3 of these Hydras pretty easily, which we're seeing right now. Over in Energy, Duddy is working on the extractor over here. Without phase gates up, the Marines are at a disadvantage. If they get pushed back now, they're all the way on the other side of the map. Phase tech is just starting now, and Duddy's going to get this down in energy flow before Llama can get there.
Yeah, the rest of the team pushing down the Drone Bay to make sure they don't lose it.
Oh, and Era taking it to Mindas with that mine. You know, mines are extremely powerful in the current build, and some would say maybe a 2-bit powerful. I kind of tend to agree with that. But there is some definite pressure by the Marines here, and this is good for Mercury. I mean, losing that first round, I think they definitely wanted to be stronger this round.
That's certainly true, but what I'm concerned about is Mercury's not actually killing those RTs. They're killing the players, but what Godar did to them last round that made them basically just overwhelm the aliens was just constant pressure on those RTs. Killing Plaza, killing launch control, killing energy flow.
Rant and Toby making their way up into observation right now. Mindas is in the vent, but they're going to immediately hit this RT, which is already hurting. Mindas coming from behind. Rant turning around, getting a couple good shots on Mindas, but Rant will go down. Toby is no match for 2 skulks here. Toby goes down. The Harvester left at 11%. And now the skulks are working on fabrication, which will go down, energy, which already went down, and shipping, hydroanalysis, which is about to go down as well. All the while, the Marines distracted down here at Drone Bay. I mean, it should be...
that armory.
Go ahead.
Armory is actually pretty devastating. Every time they take a few damage from, say, those Hydras, or maybe even a spit from Gorge, they just fall back, get healed. You know, keep pressure up with Drone Bay.
Yeah, now the loss of that Gorge, Iceville has to retreat. They're going to be able to take Drone Bay. If they can lock down Drone Bay, that is going to severely impact the alien game here, and it's going to put Godar in a bad position.
Yeah, thankfully the Godar's res body has kept most of the Mercury players locked up in other places, trying to defend basically fabrication, energy, and plaza from being destroyed or rebuilding it.
In comes Mindas to Drone Bay, and he's just going to bide his time. But again, with that armory there, it's a really bad situation for these guys to be in. And now a phase gate going up. Mindas has got to get in there right now, or he's in a lot of trouble.
Well, it's too late. Once that phase gate was dropped, there's no way they were going to stop it. Phase gate's also going up in energy flow, so Marines are going to be cutting off Godar for pretty much most of the map at this point.
And this is a very smart play by their team as well. Energy flow allows you to run up and assault fabrication pretty easily. This lurk down here in Drone Bay is going to help a little bit, but he's got to be really careful not to engage too much. With that armory there again and those mines all over the field, and they're not stopping the spread of infestation quick enough that could take out some of those mines. But they're sitting on 80 res, and they really don't have any options right now. I mean, they could double hive drop in Hydro and Drone. Hydro might be a better play for them right now. They do have infestation in there right now. But I also think that they're considering fabrication. They've got to get that phase gate down, though. They're screwed in each location right now because of that phase gate.
Yeah, certainly. Energy flow, I think, is a pretty strong phase gate location. Any Marine team that can get one up there is going to cut off aliens from at least a quarter, if not half the map in a lot of cases.
And here we go. They started getting damage down 50% on that phase gate in drone, but unfortunately multiple Marines were able to come through and assault them before being able to capitalize on that aggression. And now 5 Marines running through their phase gates. Pressure coming in on both sides for these phase gates. The aliens have to get one of these down. If they can't get it down, their chance of dropping the hive is null at this point.
Yeah, I think they just need to group up and hit drone bay in force and take that phase gate down. They sunk a lot of money into getting drone bay as their second hive, and so if they lose that position, they're out of the game.
And well played by Mercury to cut them off. I mean, they did a great job. They lost that early engagement and just pressured that location again, and they were able to lock it down. Now look at this. Grissy's evolving. Hive dropped in hydro analysis of all places. And there are crags down, but they have got to get this phase gate down. I mean, this is just not a good place to be in for these aliens. Hydro is a very aggressive location to hold, and it can be advantageous. But against these 4 Marines rolling in right now, they've got to have some block, and they're putting mines everywhere. I mean, well done by Mercury to invest in the mines. I mean, because that's definitely what's going to win them these engagements.
Yeah, certainly. Mercury's mine play has been spectacular this game. It's not just for defending, they're pushing forward with mines to stop even, like, counterattacks from aliens.
There are so many mines up in hydroanalysis and energy flow in these hallways that there's no way these skulks are going to be able to get in here and do damage. I mean, just you leap into that room and it's going to be instant kaboom.
It's all up to Icefeld to put a lot of DPS into Marines, forcing them to retreat a lot. That's the only way they're going to get this hive up.
Now look at this, though. This is something that's interesting. They have moved around the rest of the map, and fabrication, plaza, and now gravity is going down. You know, the Marines got to be careful here because they don't have level 1 upgrades. They're just now getting shotguns. They're putting up an armory here, a forward armory, in a very good location for them. But with the res flow starting to kick back and the loss of some map control, the aliens could technically drop a second hive right now up in fabrication, so that as all the focus is here, the second one could get done, and then the advanced life forms be out. That could be a good position for them to be in. However, the aliens are also losing res themselves. They are now down to 2 harvesters.
Yeah, certainly. I kind of question Godar's dropping the Hydra. That's just a hard hive to hold in general. Taking out that phase gate in drone and dropping it there, I think would have tried it better situation, but at this point they're pretty much sunk in here. They can maybe drop a desperation hive in fabrication, hope to distract Marines.
Well, they're in a lot of trouble in here now because with those shotguns online, level 2 weapons being researched, the hive almost grown at 100% health and a couple crags. It's not a whole lot for them to battle against, and Godar just can't seem to get the right amount of aggression on this location.
Yeah, right now they're just trying to buy as much time for, Bulk,
Hive's up.
Duddy to get
I actually think it might be more beneficial for them to actually go Bile Bomb first. I would have actually liked to see Bile Bomb instead of Leap. The Skulks are too weak for this team right now. The Leap's not really going to help them much other than to fly into a mine that they didn't realize was there. The commander needs to be spreading infestation up into this hallway right now too, trying to get these mines to go down. But the other thing is, Bile Bomb would allow them to pressure these phase gates at multiple locations a lot faster right now.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that. Bile Bomb, or even chopping up that T-Res Fade Egg, I think maybe would have been more beneficial. They need higher life forms if they want to stay in this match, so Volk's close to it, Duddy is too, so is Mendaps.
And there we go, Bile Bomb being researched second. So, I mean, they've taken down this armory, which is a good push. Those mines are all down. Now you've got a lot of the mines disappearing because of the infestation. This is where they need to capitalize. But unfortunately for the aliens, Weapons 2 just completed, which is going to be really deadly against these skulks. And they're just going to unload as much firepower into the hive as they possibly can to get it low on health. And also, a robotics factory has been placed, I believe. No, it was not. Sorry, my mistake. There it is, yes. Robotics factory placed in energy.
Yeah, so Mercury's done a great job of delaying or slowing Godar's red flow just enough that even though these fades are going to probably come up in the next few minutes here, they'll be facing Weapon 2 Shotgun Armor 1 Marines, which is not what we want to face as a fade.
Well, and they're in a lot of trouble here, too, because Biobomb's just now finishing the hive at 30. He's got enough to put down another Crag here. I wish he kind of would. I'm sure he's waiting for res for Blink, but at 23%, unless they can get these Marines down right now, they're in a serious amount of trouble. And there goes the fade. Duddy the fade. Saving this team. Seriously saving this team. They don't know about that Arc Factory, but I'm sure they can guess. Alright, so the upgrade to Arc has been started. They're healing the hive. They tried to spread up to observation again, but Era is just waiting up there. But now with these advanced life forms, I think they're going to be able to bring the Marine focus back. Second command station going up in fabrication, though. I think the Marines are kind of saying, all right, we need to really put up the pressure now because we can't afford to let them win this now.
Oh, certainly. You know, 2 fades in the field, both Duddy and Falk, so...
Putting up this armory again. It's a good place to put the armory because it allows them to shoot and heal. Tight corridor, you know, definitely deadly for fades. The Arc Factory is done. They've got 6 extractors, so they can start putting pressure on, on them with arcs. And this is a great hallway to be holding because they can just place them right here and fire on that hive, no problem. Bile Bomb being used now very effectively. I think the fades are a little too distracted in this area, though. I'd actually like to see the fades go over. Now they got pressure coming down. 2 alien star. Era's actually down here in Monorail working on the harvester down here, and there isn't anybody around.
He looks like he's probably gonna... Grizzly actually gets up there to save it, but...
Mendez has got to get this phase gate down, and they might because there's so much pressure happening. So the loss of this phase gate down in Drone Bay could allow them to finally drop that 3rd hive. Even Era coming through the phase gate, Mendez gets away. Phase gate's hurting pretty bad now with Nano Shield out, and the mine takes him down. Era doesn't have a welder. Does he have enough to get one? No, he buys mines instead, and this phase gate's at 11%. The arc's now in place and begin firing on the hive and Hydro. The Crag's already down. This hive could go pretty fast, and they are able to take down that phase gate, though. So, big play by Godar right now.
Yeah, I think that move by Mendez to attack the drone, well, the phase gate outside of Drone Bay distracted them just long enough so the Mercury members or Godar could take out that phase gate with energy flow.
And yeah, Mercury is saying, laugh out loud, epic, because that was an epic comeback by Godar after all that pressure. To get that hive up when they did really won it for them. Because without that hive, they wouldn't have been able to get that bile bomb, which was very effective. And they bought enough time with distraction to get the fade up. And now they're just owning across this map. They're putting down a second command station down in Drone Bay. They are still holding a lot of res. So the question is, what are they going to do to pressure them now? I will say, down here in shipping, receiving area, this is a great place to arc from. You have tons of protection. You can hit the hive. You can hit the RT. And, you know, they don't necessarily expect it. While the aliens are all distracted, there should be another Robo Factory up down here in Drone Bay, just rolling these arcs straight on down into receiving.
Yeah, I mean, I like to say that fades win games, and Godar is definitely showing that principle here. They were certainly on the losing foot until they got both Duddy and Volk, and now Mendap's down as fades, so...
Yeah, and we've seen this
change
from
the course of the game.
Godar does this a lot. You know, they will go 3 or 4 fades and just wreck you. And if they can get this phase gate down right now, that's GG. Nobody's coming through.
Dropped in Fab.
And now Yavol is in here. Icefelt just around the corner. He's gorging himself up into the vent so he can bio bomb. And this phase gate almost dead. 8%. He just needs a couple bio bombs to hit. One goes down. Doesn't really do any damage, down to 6%. But out comes Rentology with that welder. She will go down. Icelt's in a comfortable position inside that vent right now. Phase gate at 23%. Phase gate up in fabrication too. So now these guys are distracted. They're bouncing between phase gates. You got a low phase gate down here in drone, which you can't afford to lose this one compared to the one up in fabrication. And Icefelt just keeping them distracted with that bile bomb. And this is buying them more time to work on the res too. So yeah, I mean, really right now, the Marines are in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they were winning it until Fades came out, and now they're starting to lose it.
And I think it's because they invested in weapons too, and the proto and the jetpacks. They didn't really need the jetpacks in the proto. I think they would have been better off to go for armor. You know, the people that are using the strategy of level 3 armor early on compared to weapons wins. And it wins a lot because specifically they're able to put immense pressure against those fades with all those extra swipes.
Kind of.
No, you can't disagree with me. You can't disagree with me.
Uh-oh. In this situation, a map as large as Descent, mobility I think is a bit better. So phase gates and then eventually jetpacks. Past Armor 1, I mean, weapons are kind of what you need. Weapons 2 and shotguns to kill these fades. And the problem Mercury is running into now is they're just not being able to kill these fades at the moment. They need to just start working on trapping some of these fades and hitting them trying to retreat.
Phase gate up in fabrication getting repaired now. You know, the Marines are not in a horrible spot. The aliens aren't in a great spot, but the aliens have the momentum at the moment. The jetpacks are helping the Marines, but you know, they've really got to focus on getting that armor level up, which is what they're doing now. They've also got to start putting an assault on something. And I really do feel like a robo down here in receiving would be comfortable. And look at that, a well-placed drifter by the aliens in here in receiving, because they know how vulnerable that hive is from that location.
Ooh, 3 fade rush on fabrication.
I mean, they are jetpacks, though, and they're getting some great hits with the shotguns. And they kind of got them trapped in here in the moment. Can they get one of the fades down, and Walk just gets out of there just before, you know, he might have been one hit away from going down. Air coming through the phase gate, cleaning up those 2 skulks. Phase gate again at 33%. So, you know, I mean, they're doing a good job of distraction, but they're unable to win these combats. Weapons 3 has been started. Armor level 2 is online.
Well, they're driving back the aliens, which is sort of like a draw in this situation. But they really, if they want to change the outcome of the game, they need to kill at least 1 fade, if not 2, or all of them.
Toby's hurting pretty bad. Llama's hurting pretty bad. Medpacks are coming down, so that's helping. But in comes Mindas, takes down Llama and swipes out. And then he comes back for more, this time with support from Volk. And Mindas taking a couple shots by the shotgun. Now Infestation moving into fabrication. Good move by the alien commander. This can allow for the bone wall to come down, which could be very effective in targeting this phase gate right now if they get in a sticky situation. In comes 1 skull, 2 fades. That is a meat grinder, folks, and they're going to lose this phase gate.
Yep, Toby goes through, but he's just going to die and lose another jetpack. Fortunately,
oh my god, but look at this!
Marine.
Phase gate down in depot, and this hive is all alone and no one anywhere nearby, and they're going to shotgun rush monorail. Holy crap! Well played by Mercury. There's nobody anywhere nearby. And this hive is dead. Dead, 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 dead. Focus all your attention on it right now. And you just completely put Godar back on their back foot. Well played. Well played indeed.
Good
Now if they
job
can
by
take down one of
Mercury
these fades, what do you think, Bob?
Add a fade kill on top of that, then Mercury's, right back into this game. They might just win it right here.
I mean, they did a fantastic job of keeping the pressure on the res the entire game against the aliens. And, taking out a hive right now in that forward phase gate location, such a good location. They're going to lose this other phase gate right now. Duddy's working on it right now. But it really doesn't matter because they can move back from that other location very easily. And they wholeheartedly just won this monorail location.
Yeah, took out the shell, took out the hive. RT's going down.
Wow. So the aliens have spread from hydroanalysis up into fabrication, and it looks like, the RT there is probably going to go down to Llama before anything can happen. There's a single skulk on his way up right now.
So the worst part for the Godar right now is that Mercury took down the Kara hive, or the.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's a big blow.
So no carapace for these aliens. As long as these, it won't be an issue for these fades because they probably already had it before the hive went down. But any new skulks or life forms, they're going to be, fighting weapons 3 shotguns with no carapace.
So they're dropping the hive in fab. This is really an all-in play. They don't have much other options. They've lost a lot of res. The Marines are really coming to put the pressure on. The Marines are saving their res left and right and investing. I seriously think the assault on shipping with arcs right now would be the best investment that this team could do. They now hold the southern part of the map very well. They've got to take 1 or 2 of these fades down. I mean, it just has to happen. And Volk is hurting really. Oh, and down goes Mindas! Right there. Mindas going in to try to get the kill while they were focused on Volk, and they just whipped those shotguns around and said, I don't think so.
Yeah, Mindas got a bit too greedy in that situation and got caught in the crossfire of several shotguns at the fade killing situation there.
Yeah, this is not a good situation to be in. The Marines are trying to take back energy, which would cut them off from both hives. There is pressure on the hive right now up north. We've got Toby just working on the extractor, which is the smart play here. The second hive getting up doesn't really matter much if they can't research anything for it. Oh, man, what a great game. To all those naysayers of Descent out there, I show you this game. So energy flow is looking to get locked down. A phase gate and energy flow wouldn't necessarily be a bad spot right now. And there goes. Phase gate dropping down. There's no one here. They're trying to defend the hives. And they could arc from this location. They got to hurry, though, because up goes the phase gate. Volk on his way in. Duddy on his way in. The hive is almost done. The hive will be done here in about 10 seconds. Here we go. And bam, bam, bam. They want that carapace back.
Yeah, once again, that synergy flow location is a very powerful phase gates position for Marines. Allows them to cut off pretty much even fabrication to hydro through that whole right side of the map there. Forcing aliens who want to travel between those locations to go through Plaza, which is also Marine territory to some degree.
The benefit of having all those Marines up north right now is that no one's here at Hydroanalysis, and Era and Rantology are just cleaning up. Level 3 shotguns. Holy crap. And these fades are just really distracted between up, down, up, down. They can't seem to stay in one location long enough. Rantology getting stuck a little bit in the bone wall there, but has the jetpack and easily able to get out. And the aliens cannot afford to lose another upgrade. Faye's getting a lot of trouble in energy flow, though. And Volk has gone down. Volk taking a shot from Llama goes down. That means we've only got one Fade on the field. And this is exactly where Mercury wanted to be.
Yeah. You know, Fades win games, and killing Fades...
Duddy goes down! Oh, no, 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 no! Just when it felt like they might be able to turn their tides back, these Marines are just too powerful for them now, and they are just cleaning up left and right. If they can work on these eggs, that'll really put Godar in a tough position. Wave spawn in hydro analysis, but they're just skulks against all this armor and shotgun. Rantology is in a bad spot here. She will go down, getting stuck in that bone wall, well used by the commander. Era cannot afford to go down. He's going to retreat a little bit. He needs to not be aggressive right here. And Fix coming in to back him up. They'll get this armory up and heal him. Wow. And even up in fabrication. Llama now working on fabrication. Chrissy, the only one up here, coming in left and right. I mean, it just... Wow, Mercury really pulling it out here. This is great, Bob.
Yeah, this is the type of matches I love to see. And I don't think it's a coincidence that it's happening on Descent, which gives you the opportunity to have these types of matches.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it early on. All these extra little ways to get around the map proved to be a benefit for both teams. And they've really helped this game just turn crazy. And now they're putting down the shell here at the Hive and Hydro as 3 Shotgun Marines walk in, and down goes the shell again. There's no regen coming for this group. There's no Kara coming for this group. These guys are in a lot of trouble. Even an Onos at this point would not help. We've almost got enough P-Res for Duddy and Volk to go Fade again. But on only one Harvester, they are in a serious position here.
Yeah, one Harvester and no Carapace. That's the big issue here, is that you have to have Carapace to fight Weapons 3 Shotgun Marines.
And if they can get down, you know, they're 9 res, 1 Harvester. They are essentially on the verge of res lock. And now they've just taken out all the defenses here in Fabrication. Fabrication, they just have to sit back and fire on it as they want, because there's no one here to defend.
Yeah, Ice Felts looks like it's coming from behind. Maybe can take down... it does damage to Toby, but does not kill him.
So we've got a Crag growing behind the Hive right now, which could help a little bit, but it's not going to out DPS level 3. Shotgun's coming in. Icefelt trying to do what he can. Duddy is almost to the point of having Fade again, but with only 1 Harvester, he's quite a far way away. They can't afford to put a Harvester down here in Fabrication right now, because they'll probably lose it too fast. Icefelt taking a lot of damage. A 30-minute match on Descent, and I can definitely say this is the kind of match you'll expect to see on Descent, because there is so much different kind of gameplay you can see. It does tend to cause long matches, but epic matches at that.
Yeah, most certainly. And a lot of natural selection, too, plays well when the skills difference between teams is pretty narrow. As we see here, both teams have shown to be very skilled Marine teams, and that's given us some really good matches here, some really good back and forths.
And now Hydro Analysis is wide open. There are only 2 eggs here. The Crag goes down, and if they can just focus and work on this Hive right now, they can knock it out. While up in Fabrication, there's a lot of pressure happening to that Hive as well. I think this is GG. I don't think that there's anything they can do. Icefelt is down. That means no fades. The whole team is dead, and there goes the GG, because they know there's literally nothing they can do.
Yeah, good play by Mercury. It seriously looked like they were in trouble very early. They did some good stuff. Well, they did some good stuff early, keeping the second Hive down. But once that Hive got up and Godar Fades got on the field, it looked like Mercury was in for a loss. But a spectacular move with that depot phase gate and monorail hive kill. That totally changed the game right then and there.
Wow. And I gotta ask these guys. Okay, guys. So you just played 2 rounds on Descent. I have to say that was an epic match. What's your feeling of the map so far?
It's really amazing.
It's a lovely map, but still a few things that can do with being fixed, but you know, Summit and Tram and Vale, like that's it.
Absolutely, and feedback from you guys. We're just happy you're even playing on it. It's amazing. Mindas, is this the NSL version of the map? So yeah, we're loving the cross spawns, and we're just loving watching you guys play. Please tell us there's a tiebreaker, please.
Tiebreakers for practice matches.
Why not? You're playing on the map anyway. You might as well get used to it. I always have my app ready, Toby.
Brilliant.
All right, so these teams are going to take a short little break. Bob, let's go ahead and check the stats on that practice match. Again, yes, this is a practice match. So, wow. I'm going to bring that screen up here. I've just got to add it. How do I add that? Let's see, folks. I'm learning this as we go along. I'm going to add a screen region. I just did it there for you. It's nice and dirty. We're going to look at the dirty version. Dirty version. Okay, so as you can see here, this game was crazy throughout the entire game. Lots of tech pushing. The Marines got a second IP, armor 1, welders, advanced or another armory drop, and shotguns at the 6-minute mark, which was when they were assaulting that drone bay and really putting the pressure on it. Then they went for level 1 weapons. Then they went for level 2 weapons. We thought that might have been a bad idea because Biobomb came out. The second hive magically got up. Then going down for the advanced armory, second command station, they tried Robo to Arc. The Arc worked kind of okay, but not very well. Then they dropped another armory in another forward location to try to block it, getting another command station up because they lost the one up in fabrication. Protolab, jetpacks turning the tide, the spur coming out, getting them, speed and stuff like that, adrenaline. And then we've got level 2 armor, level 3 weapons, and another hive because, it's just nuts. Just nuts. They lost that phase gate placement at about the 23-minute mark, 22-minute mark, was genius. That's what won this game. Right, Bob?
Yeah, that was a huge blow. A huge blow to aliens. Once they got that phase gate up and killed Monorail, that was it. Aliens were on a downhill from there.
So it looks like we probably will play a tie-breaking round on this map. Hopefully, I hope. Again, yes, it's not a tiebreaker because these guys are just practicing. They're playing against each other. They're trying to get ready for future matches, and ENSL Season 2 has started. So it's pretty cool that we get the chance to come in here and do a video for this, and we are recording this match. It will go up on YouTube tonight. Oh, it looks like Gorgeous has been here. I don't know how long he's been here, though. I hope he caught some of that last match.
Yeah, I think it's been here the entire round, at least the last match one.
they're all playing with their jetpacks in the ready room.
Some classic pre-round
Shenanigans.
enjoyment. Yep.
Actually having a discussion about the balance mod right now.
Oh, is this server running the balance mod?
No, it is not. It would be kind of interesting to see that, but I don't think the spectate system would like that very much since biomass is in the current balance mod.
That's true.
Mendes saying he's got 15 minutes before he's got to go, so they want to play. And let's see what we get. Go ahead and switch to teams. So Toby coming back in just as I typed that. Oh, that was funny. All right, so I'm getting rid of the screen there. Looks like we're going to play Descent again. This will be game 3 between Godar and Mercury. This is a practice match. We've seen them both win 1v1 here. I mean, it's been awesome to watch. That last game was really an incredible game.
Yeah, these seem shown to be very evenly matched. Neither one had a huge lead throughout most of the rounds, and it showed. It was a double Marine victory, so that's. I mean, in previous builds we really haven't seen that much. Usually, draws like that went both alien wins. So it's nice to see some double Marine wins now in the latest patch. It kind of shows you how the balance has subtly changed around to make the game a little bit more even. Respect between the sides.
All right, here we go. So the aliens are starting up in fabrication, which means the cross spawn will be Drone Bay. Out comes Volk, Mindas, Grissy, and Icefelt immediately. And I'm interested to see what I'm going to see here. It looks like they're going to go straight for ready again.
Yep.
Oh, RT bug.
Yep, that was. So they're restarting it.
All right, so we're going to see this 4-man push again. Have a feeling they're going to go straight for Plaza while one goes to build on the left side of the map. And that's exactly what they're doing. Icefelt, Mindas, Volk making their way up. Unfortunately, we have 3 Skulks making their way down, while Chicken, Toby, and Fix down to launch control on their way to Gravity. Who will be the winner in this match? I believe that Icefelt, Mindas, and them are going to get at Plaza quicker than the Skulks do more damage in Gravity.
Yeah, for some standard play, although we have Godar pushing straight to Plaza. So they know alien spawning and fabrication. They're either going to be at RT and Plaza, or most likely drop or energy flow.
Well, and this really puts aliens on their back foot. I mean, now, we did see this in the last time Godar played Marines. They pressured immediately like this before. So I'm a bit surprised that Mercury didn't plan for this, knowing that this was going to be the cross spawn. And look at this, immediate pressure on the main RT.
Yeah, Godar not wasting any time. We're going right in the fab and just hitting that RT.
But look at this, down in Marine start, we do have Rantology. She's going to try to get Duddy down. Can she get that last bite in? Duddy survives. And these 3 Marines up in and fabrication egg lock immediately, and down goes all the skulks except for Fix. He's the only one alive. Fix and Chicken is out of the hive. Where is Chicken?
I'm actually not sure. So Chicken was gorging up down with electro gravity. He's falling back to fabrication. But I'm not sure what he's planning to do by himself.
He's protecting that egg, putting down clogs to protect the egg. They lose the harvester. They don't have a second harvester up. No pressure on the Marines right now, which means they're going to blow up with res expansion. And this is just crazy. Well played by Godar to really put it to the aliens early on and block a lot of this expansion. Now they're going to clean up Sis here and energy, and that's just going to cost them aliens more and more and more.
Yeah, Mercury is in heavy trouble. They're not even, I mean, they haven't really got a second RT up. Or even dropped.
Going to go down into first person or third person here into Plaza. You know, Plaza has got a lot of areas for the Skulks to move around and get the jump on these Marines. These Marines are doing a great job, though, of tracking the aliens and taking them down as they pop out from those corners. So, well played by them. Yeah, taking out each one of these Sis is a big deal as well. They've done a great job of really putting the pressure on the aliens, even after that first combat. And the Marines own so much. The aliens, though, have gotten Infestation and Hydras up in launch. So theoretically, if they can win this engagement a little bit, they could place a second hive in launch control.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think fabrication is not the greatest starting hive for aliens. As you can see, it's so open that Marines, they just walk around, get med pack and ammo, and they can pretty much snipe most skulks. They get anywhere close to them.
Yeah, I mean, they're essentially egg-locking these aliens yet again. And now there's a Marine working on launch control, which is really bad for the aliens because that's losing that defense at that forward area, pushing back into Plaza. You got 3 of them in here. Let's go ahead and follow Volk right now in first-person mode.
Upgrade complete.
And the aliens finally come in to get a good push cleanup over here. But they've got to, capitalize on that quickly and work over here to launch control. They got to get res up, though. So, maybe the use of a couple gorges, which would hurt them in the P-res long term, but they've got to get some res up. I mean, without the res, they're in a lot of trouble.
I think they're just in a lot of trouble. No matter what. At this point,
I mean, we said that we said that the last game, and look at how crazy that game got.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, if you can't even get a single second RT up, there's not much you can do. I think at this point, Mercury might be more benefit by just massing up and just attacking drone bay. Try to get that CC down quick.
I mean, that's true. They've got drifters all over the field. If they let them come into, come into fabrication, or get close to fabrication and just mass assault drone, there is an OBS. Yes, I mean they have an OBS. The question would be though, could they outpace the OBS? If they timed it right, they probably could.
Yeah, bring a drifter and get 5 skulks, enzyme, and that ops goes down before beacons, and there's no mines. That's the big key here. Without mines, the Marine base is much easier to rush. Shotguns, weapons, and armor are either up or going up. But at this point, I mean, I think Mercury needs to do something all in.
3-man push back to Plaza. They just got this extractor up. There is a Hydra growing. Poor Wild Chicken is all alone. They can't afford to lose this extractor. The Harvester is vital to this team to push forward and get anywhere in this match. They need that flow of P-Res, and we don't have it yet. A good win by the Skulks here. If Eric can take down Duddy, and he does, you know, these Skulks are making their comeback. And they can drop the Hive now. They've got 41. And, you know, launch control is not a bad place to put a Hive when there's no arcing and stuff going on.
That's certainly true, but the thing that Mercury is suffering on is res flow. I mean, we're almost... Well,
sure, but I mean,
almost 8 minutes in the match.
three harvesters for aliens isn't anything to, you know, scoff at.
No, at this point they've got enough harvesters, but Godar delayed those harvesters for just long enough that we might not see a lurk before, say, the 9-minute mark.
Well, and here we go. You got a 3-man push into launch control. Smart move by Godar to come in here and put the pressure here. They know this is the expansion. It stops the Hive from getting dropped. Also distracts because we've got a Marine making his way into fabrication right now. And he's egg locking.
Yeah, all those Mercury guys are pushing in, and it looks like they... Oh! I was going to say they were able to clear it out, but those weapon 1 shotguns were just devastating. Wild Chicken is running out of there trying to
Yeah,
save
but I
the
mean,
gorge.
at this point, Grissy is on egg control. He's just sitting here working on eggs. He's got more than enough ammo. As long as he stops these eggs from growing, there's nobody coming to reinforce. And there goes the GG because there's nothing they can do. The Marines are just going to make their way up into fabrication, take this sucker down, and that is that. So well played by Godar.
GG. So good job by Godar. They pretty much dominated from the beginning and never let Mercury have a chance.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys, for letting us watch the games. I do want to mention, please, please, please give your feedback on the internal forums about Descent. If you do feel like there are certain things that need to be changed or adjusted, Jonah is always happy to take input.
The internal forums?
Both.
But you're too used to saying that?
I said both. Both. Mindas, both.
No, you said
Yes,
internal forums.
we,
Come on.
Let's see, what's Spanish for yes?
No excuse. Sí.
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 Sin ningún tipo de duda, además. Lo has
Exactly.
hecho muy bien. Muy bien.
Yes, I like that too,
Muy
whatever you just said.
Muy bien? You don't know what that means?
No, I know what muy bien means.
I'm
just-
disappointed. Okay.
Okay.
Means
Don't you have
very
somewhere to
good.
be?
In case
I think you have somewhere to be.
Oh, Mendaps.
All right, well, folks, you tuned into another production of Wasabi One. Thank you, ScardyBot, for watching these games. This was a practice match between Mercury and Godar. And spread the word. It's on YouTube. Awesome. Sweet. You can also check it out at wasabi1.com.